Flames cold. Yo, what's up? So I was watching some creator yesterday. I'm not really sure who it was, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was AVB from AV Academy. But I came across a quote that really changed my mentality for the better, for real. It's a quote that I've never really. I'm surprised if I've heard it before, but I don't really think I've heard it before. You know what I mean? I don't remember hearing anything like that. But the mentality switch for me is what it's, bro. The faster you fail is the faster you succeed. I never really thought about that. You know what I mean? Like, I always thought of, I'm gonna use my YouTube channel as an example. I'm gonna use my YouTube channel as an example. I always thought that every single video was a failure. You know what I mean? This was before I started enjoying my own videos. At first I'll check out a video and think, yeah, this is a banger, and then like it's gonna get 100, 100 views, 200 views. And then we get like one, two, and I'd look at it as a failure and not in a good way, but like in a bad way. I wouldn't look at it as a learning curve. I'd look at it as, ah, damn it, maybe there's something, I'm not cut off for this. You know what I mean? But then now, after hearing this quote, it's sort of like the faster you fail is the faster you get to a place where you understand what works best for you on the platform. That's really it. You know what I'm saying? I agree with this quote so much because it aligns with like three concepts. Especially when you're chasing um content creation or like anything in your life, right? There's concepts that everybody's talking about, all these gurus, and but they so true, you know what I'm saying? Concepts being, discipline, consistency, and I literally forgot the third one. Discipline, consistency. Wait, hold on. The thing is, I don't write down videos. It's so cringe. Um, but you can tell, right? Low quality video. Uh, I think I'm gonna get it. You know what? We're gonna. Okay, maybe you guys are gonna understand it when I start speaking about it. Okay. So once you understand that every failure is like the faster you fail is the faster you succeed. You start like getting to a mentality where, like, I'm currently in a mentality or trying to do something where I'm trying to post as many videos as possible. You know what I mean? But like I'm trying many like ideas. Like I'm trying different types of like thumbnails, maybe titles. I'm trying different ways of editing as well. Like there's an inconsistency in my editing. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but like I'm trying to fail. You know what I mean, on YouTube, and I've always been failing since like last year. But like it builds that hunger. You know what I mean? That hunger to like create every. I think this is consistent. Like it builds that hunger for you to create all the time, to create and see, okay, what works. Let's see how this one does, and let's see if this one does well. If this one like flops, if this one is a little better, what really affected it? Was it the title? Was it the packaging as a whole? Was it the timing of the post, of the video? You know what I mean? Was it the lighting, maybe the sound? That's that you can't learn from just posting a video. It's all about feedback too. You know what I'm saying? And I think it helps you stay consistent to some extent. You know what I mean? Help you stay consistent. Which leads me to my next point. Discipline. It doesn't matter what you're chasing in this life, bro. It doesn't matter what path you're on, what you're trying to achieve. There's always a certain level of procrastination. Is it procrastination and like laziness and like fatigue when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean I'm not like downplaying rest and stuff. I have rest days, like, bro. Sundays, on usual Sundays, I don't do nothing, bro. Like on Sundays, I don't even do push-ups. But the only thing I do on Sundays is my long run, my 60 minutes, 70, 90 minute long run. It's depending on what part of the season, or you know what I'm saying. It depends on that. But like I'm like shit, bro. I'm like, what I'm saying. Like when you're supposed to do something, there's days where you're gonna feel like you don't want to do it. I've experienced this even in school, even in track, on YouTube too. You know what I mean? And this current journey, I don't know what video this is, but we're pushing out these videos because it builds that discipline to, you know what? Okay, maybe you don't feel like doing something, but like you think of the future. You know what I mean? You think of the goal. You sort of think ahead. It's like thinking out of the box. You know what I mean? Like I'm a fan of Marvel. You know what I mean? And I love Doctor Strange. You know what I'm talking about? Even though I don't know much about him, I only know he was Sorcerer Supreme at some point, and then yeah, You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost wanted to be a neurosurgeon at some point because of that guy, bro. It's crazy what media can do to you to influence your choices and your aspirations. But anyways, he said something about how, you know, on multiple occasions where it's like, you know, it's the climax and like, you know, energy's up and like, and then there's like a sad moment that comes along. You know what I mean? This climax clash, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I'm talking about. And he would say something that really like stuck with me for life, bro. It's like he'd be like, especially when someone is dying or someone is died, he'd be like, their lives or his lives means infinitely more. I mean, no, sorry, I'm butchering it. Um, his sacrifice means infinitely more than his life. You know what I mean? It's how how am I connecting that to my YouTube channel? And this journey is like, bro, it's almost like doing the work may seem like okay, recording and like editing and recording and uploading video may seem like okay, it's just a video. You know what I mean? But it means infinitely more than just, you know what I mean? It's a compounding effect. It's like it prepares you for what's next. You know what I mean? It contributes to wherever you may be in a few months, in a year, in 10 years. You know what I mean? If you think about the biggest people on earth, they didn't fucking they are driving Teslas, I mean Cybertrucks or whatever, because of what they did 10, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? You know, when they started YouTube, when they started their business, or when they started whatever it was, right? They didn't have the whatever. They didn't have the luxury back then. But now they do because of what they did. It's the sacrifices they made that led them to that point. You know what I'm talking about? So that was consistency. I just spoke about discipline. Oh yeah, and I found that bro, you fall in love with I or it wasn't the original. I just literally, you know, out of my mind. But like you fall in love with it eventually. I think that's really important. If I'm a strong believer of loving what you do, bro. That doesn't mean like loving every single day. You know what I'm talking about? Like loving overall. What I mean is, like I said, there's days you're gonna wake up and you're gonna hate, you know, like there's days you're gonna hate like some workouts. You know, long runs are not fun. But we did a long run yesterday and I was in the zone. Do you know when you're in the zone? Flow state, like when you're in the zone. You know, Shake talks about this a lot. He spoke about it in the rookie season. When you're in the zone, bro, have you all felt it like in football? Like, bro, everything just shuts up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just you. It's almost like you're in a vacuum. You know what I mean? How I imagine it is like, it's normal. Like, there's color and the like contrast and everything. And then when you're in the zone, everything sort of like darkens. And there's like this transition of light. You know what I mean? That closes and closes and it just focuses on you. And then just in a space, in a dark space where it's just you doing whatever that is. You know what I mean? If you watch the movie Soul, you know what I'm talking about. By the way, my one of my favorite movies, bro. That movie literally carried me through the toughest times in my life, bro. Um, you know, I don't know if when I reflect on last year, bro, or like if in fact when I reflect on all the toughest or my toughest times in my life, bro, it's always the movies I've watched, bro. Like when I'm in a tough situation, I do whatever I have to do, but then I also like I love watching movies because there's a lot I learned from them. You know what I mean? The movie Soul, bro. That movie is just, bro. You know, there's a lot I picked up from that movie. You know what I mean? That movie really literally carried me through 2024, bro. It literally carried me because I probably watched it like 40 times, bro. You know what I mean? Because I had a USB and then my PC stopped working. The PC I talked about last year, but yo, I don't think I mentioned it on the last vlogs. But so like my PC died, so I couldn't transfer any movies, and so I only watched the movies I had on the on the disc, is it on the USB drive, and Soul was one of them. Soul, Monsters University, Made the Maze Runner. I watched those movies on repeat, bro. But Soul, like, love is the foundation. You understand? Like love is the ultimate foundation, bro. Like, but like I said, I wanted to say, bro, this is like, bro, I'm a strong believer of love, bro. If you love something, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything, bro. Like right now, bro, when I'm fit, it's conditional, but when I'm fit, bro, there's no punishment you can give me in sport. I love that shit. I used to laugh back when I used to play football, K-Park. I used to laugh when my coach would punish me. I wasn't punished often. You know, just those special days, you know what I mean? I used to laugh when he would punish me by making me run laps. Bro, what are you doing? That's training, bro. That's not punishment, bro. You can't punish me by getting me to run. What the hell are you doing, bro? Are you okay? Like, are you okay? Like, do you need some help, bro? Like, I used to laugh, bro. Even now, like, my coach sometimes he'll threaten us, you know what I mean, and for good reason. But he'll threaten us and be like, if you jog, I add. You know what I mean? He's probably gonna see this and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Or he'll say like, do or die. You know what I mean? That's when you know that, yo, bro, I gotta move now. You know what I mean? Like I gotta give my all. You know what I'm talking about? And then, well, with the time I've been with him, he's never added, but I've heard like crazy stories of him adding like 5, 10 on top. You know what I'm talking about? For me, that's not gonna be punishment. That's not punishment, bro. That's literally you literally helping me. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, there's instances where it could be injuries, like what the I mean, so it builds consistency, discipline, and love. When once you understand it, bro, you fall in love with failing. You fall in love with failing, bro. And then of course there's many other like things we can talk about. You know what I mean? Like how it becomes less embarrassing, or how it's just what you like. It's just you. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to get too deep into it, but that's all I wanted to say, bro. Well, oh, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? You know, I'm good. You know, like I'm wonderful. I'm in the right space. Yesterday, actually, yesterday was the first day. Throughout this whole challenge, was the first time I went the whole day without doubting myself. Uh, Today, going straight. You know what I mean? It's the first time I went the whole day without doubting myself. So I'm in a good headspace. I heard something again yesterday. You know, every day is a lesson for me, bro. Like life has literally turned into a lecture. You know what I'm talking about? It's the reason why I don't speak at all. Like, it's the reason why when I'm in public, bro. If you're in public, if you ever meet me in public, like if you subscribe and you see me in public, like don't you know, just it's okay, bro. Walk up. Like, I know I'm not I know I'm not that big yet. You know what I mean? And it's not the goal. I just need to make enough to make a living and to continue running and to make the Olympics and then to possibly run a marathon and win the marathon, win the Olympics and stuff like that. But like if you see me, bro, just be chill and like you know what I mean. But you know how to, because this is literally how I am. You know what I'm talking about. But it depends on who you are, because I might switch languages too. But like I don't speak very often. I'm almost like an observer. You learn so much when you just shut up and listen. Just listen. You just need to listen. When you shut up and listen, bro, that's how you get like cheat codes in life. It's how you get like hacks. You know what I mean, but how are you for real? How are you, bro? How are you, bro? Like how's work? Work going good? How's work, bro? How's your mom? How's your dad? How are they? How's university, bro? I know there's university students here. I know. I know for a fact. I know there's uni students here, bro. I don't want to get into the specific, but one of you is studying law, I'm sure. Yeah? One of you is a mechanical fucking student. One of you is fucking studying. I don't know. I'm talking about how y'all doing. Whatever that is, or however you're feeling, bro. Just remember that, bro. Stop overthinking. Just don't overthink it, bro. Sometimes it's like, most of the time, actually, all the time, it's not that bad. It's gonna pass. One day you're gonna look back and be like, fuck, that was funny. Fuck, I wish I could go through that again because it taught me so much. You know what I mean? So, hope you're good. And thank you all for 10 views. There's literally 10 people watching. Do you understand what that means, bro? I don't want to get excited. Cheers. Thank you.